Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with some more Madden 19 online head-to-head. Today, we're rocking with the Carolina Panthers. We're going against the Los Angeles Rams, my personal most hated team in the NFL. Because I'm a Seahawk fan, it makes sense, and they annoy the fuck out of me. Fuck the Rams, man. So this episode, we're trying to knock the fuck out of this team, I tell you that much. But my boy Rad ended up requesting the Panthers multiple times over the past couple months, and I've been really slacking on these regular, reg teams, head-to-head, online head-to-head gameplays. So it's been, I took too long. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and use the Panthers in this episode, and, like I said, I took too long to do this, so I apologize, Rad. I should have played with this team a while ago, but you know what? We're doing it now, and it may be for the better. I kind of waited, I didn't intentionally do this, but I guess I waited until the rosters are, final. These are the final rosters we're going to have. Unless you import new ones in franchise, I don't think you can play online with any better rosters than this or any more up-to-date rosters than this. So we have everybody healthy and everybody's on the field. So I'm actually okay with this right now. So, getting into this game, man, we ended up stopping this dude right away. 4 and out, guy did not really do anything. He tried to run a couple times and it just didn't work. But then we tried to run with Christian McCaffrey. Now, it may have been questionable for me to try to dive over, but how does he fumble that? He had a clear path. Where I dove, it looked like the only thing he could have hit was the lineman. I don't know how he fumbled, but you know what? He did. So, unfortunately, our 4 and out ends up really being for naught as we fumble at the fucking 1 yard line. They put him at the 20. So, now we got Jared Goff rolling out to the wrong side of the field and firing a dot to the 46 yard line. So, that was unfortunate, but you know what? We got to move on, man. And like I said, this guy starts out with a dot, but then he makes a mistake. He playmakers up the field. Instead of sending Cersei or just not doing anything with him, I go up with the receiver, just throw it at MMA. Why the fuck not? And it's to the house, baby. Denoris Cersei all the way as we spike that ball. And we do go up 7-0 in this game. So we make up for that touchdown that we missed. That was just an unfortunate play for us. Obviously, jumping over. Most of the time you don't fumble, but I'm pretty sure with the newest patch you just fumble more on ball carrier moves. Not really sure if that's true, but it just seems like recently I've been fumbling on more ball carrier moves or just more moves in general that I don't usually fumble on. I don't know if that's just a coincidence or if that has something to do with the patch. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. It's right here, Mike Adams ends up coming up with the interception. Guy just took a shot deep. I think he ran all verts and maybe had his running back underneath, but I could tell this dude was just looking downfield all the time, man. He did not take his dump offs. He did not take his drags, his little in route stuff like that. He really didn't, man. So we get back on offense, and sure enough, this guy decides to blitz like crazy. And call me dumb or call me a genius. Okay. So I end up taunting, and I get the slowest animation for a taunt I've ever seen. I thought I was going to maybe do like one of those high step type moves and go into the end zone. Instead, he does a fucking salsa and slows down to like 0, and we end up getting tackled and we fumble. That was legit. I was just trying to taunt to the end zone and be a douchebag. For real, I don't know why. I just felt like being a dick because I was just kind of fucking around playing online head-to-head. Not something I normally do. It's just having some fun. And turned out really weird. We end up getting a safety, so we get the ball right back. We end up getting 2 free points off of that because he recovered the ball and jumped back into the end zone. So far in this game, we may have gotten a little bit of bullshit. And we haven't missed a pass with Cam Newton yet. We're just having fun. Honestly, Christian McCaffrey, I was trying to give him the ball 90% of the time, it seemed like. I was going to him a lot. Right here, Devin Funchess. Recently, I can't remember who he signed with, or got traded or something. He's not on the Panthers anymore, but we tried to go to him a couple times in this game. Bad spin move right there. I had good intentions, I swear to God. That was supposed to be a way better spin move than that. As 3rd and goal, we end up acting the donkey and hurtling into the end zone for a rushing touchdown with Cam Newton. And I tried to do the signature celebration, so we do the super cam, but he didn't even do it. He just did a weird fucking move. So 15-0 as we end up going for 2 or running a fake. And I did try to get a fake. I just felt like being an asshole. I don't know why. Do you guys, does it make the gameplays more enjoyable when I'm an asshole and I start, doing weird shit? Or does it make it like, you know what, Russ? I don't want to watch your shit no more. You're being a dick. I don't know. I'm curious, man. I was just kind of fucking around in this game, doing a couple things I don't normally do. I was blitzing kind of heavy sometimes. Not a lot, but I did a couple times. But this guy fired a dot twice in a row, man. He fired a dot to Todd Gurley, and then there's another one. That was a beautiful throw by Jared Goff to Cooper Kupp. He ended up beating Mike Adams. I think I left Mike Adams in a one-on-one press situation with Cooper Kupp. just not really knowing the Panthers, not really knowing my team, and not realizing what defense I had just called. Complete mismatch. Guy takes advantage, so good on him. 15-7. Obviously still up by 8 points with a minute 30 left. We're trying to do something. We got plenty of time to do that with 3 timeouts. Trying to run a bit with Christian McCaffrey. At least a start. We got about 9 or 10. Well, actually, we got 9. And then we have to throw it away on 2nd and 1, which on 3rd and 1 kind of prompts me to... I was looking underneath, but the guy actually played underneath. So I go down the field, and DJ Moore ends up holding on to that, man. I did not expect him to hold on to that. Not sure what his catch and traffic is, but... you know, Panther fans, I'm not sure how good DJ Moore is. I mean, I ended up dropping him in fantasy, so that shows how much faith I had in him. But I know DJ Moore is a solid young receiver. I'm not all that familiar with him, but his catch and traffic in Madden's got to be somewhat solid because that was a hell of a catch. Ends up moving us across midfield, and right now with 25 seconds left inside the 30. On 3rd and 7, looking for the end zone again, and I make a horrible read, man. I misread it. Like, honestly, I was trying to playmaker him, and he did not go the direction I thought he would. I was trying to playmaker him towards me, and instead he kind of just stopped, and I don't know. I guess I'm just spoiled by playmaker and mutt. But it ends up going right to the user. So the guy picked me off, and unfortunately, before half, he actually gets into field goal range, man. This guy, he made the right reads. You know, I'll give him that. You know, he did not have the most dangerous offense in the world, and it did not really scare me, and I felt like I could stop it, but it was like, the guy just he's keeping himself in the game, and he just keeps moving on offense. So the only way to combat it for me is either to go balls deep on defense or just keep scoring on offense. So right now, that's what we're trying to do. We come out running the ball because Christian McCaffrey feels like a human joystick, as right there, that was a juke from hell, and we're gone. Man, Christian McCaffrey almost caught by fucking Nikel Roby-Coleman because I turned in for some reason. We act a plane in the end zone, and just like that, we regain our 2-score lead. 22-10. The Panthers are a fun team to play with, man. I will say that for sure. Christian McCaffrey is badass. His juke move's sick. And they got a lot of speed. I mean, Cam Newton, you know, as much as people hate him in real life, and I got my own mixed feelings about him in real life, but in the game, he's pretty damn fun to play in Madden, you know, especially if you're just playing regs. You're not going to notice, you know, if you play him in MUT, he's not going to hit the thresholds and stuff like that. A lot of QBs don't hit thresholds when you're going with, like, a mobile guy and stuff like that and head-to-head. Or in just, you know, reg teams, stuff like that. So Cam Newton feels like a beast in Madden, I gotta say, man. Honestly, makes me want to try him in MUT, but I just know I would hate him. I know I would. Like, it's just a given. There's no reason to, but you know what? I'm cool using him here, and he's been pretty badass. So right now, on defense, we need to lock up, and sure enough, we do. 3rd and 25, we end up getting this guy stuck at the 20-yard line. He's looking all the way downfield. He chucks it up super late. Doesn't matter, apparently, because Cooper Kupp is God. He ends up having a touchdown earlier, makes another catch right here. He ends up getting sacked on 1st and 10, though. We send Eric Reed. I just sent a little bit of pressure because the guy kept going under center, and, you know, I just tried to send some pressure, and, you know, we end up getting a sack, and right there, we almost get a user pick. I was just a tiny bit late, and 3rd and 6. Good play call. Guy hits me with I think that was a counter, or just a run play that caught me off guard, honestly. I ended up blitzing everybody towards the middle, and he had solid blocks on the outside. He goes for 2, does not get it, so he can't make it a 3-point game. Instead, it still is a 6-point game, and I'm pretty confident in that. You know, well, first of all, I'm confident that I can get a field goal to make it a 9-point game, make it 2 scores, but I'm also confident I can get in the end zone. So right now, we're trying to fire dots. Devin Funchess ends up getting the out route and some, juking back inside and getting across the 50 to the 47. Then we decide to run a bit with Run CMC. You know, Christian McCaffrey has been so fun to use in this game. 8 rushes for 98 yards and a touchdown, but 2nd and 3, he plays heavy in the box, and we decide to take a shot deep, and Cam Newton ends up throwing a dime on the run to DJ Moore. That was a beautiful throw. One of the best throws I've seen in Madden all year long. That was smooth as hell throwing that ball, man. Like, I had confidence throwing that ball, even off my back foot. I don't even think I really needed to throw it off my back foot. It was just premature rollout, but you know what? I made the throw. I made the read. We got the touchdown. DJ Moore, hell of a catch, man. I mean, he beat him. Straight up beat him. That was pure speed. I like this Panthers team, man. They got a lot of speed out there. Even with Greg Olsen at tight end, gives me a weapon underneath. But I didn't end up finding him all that many times. Maybe once or twice. But this guy gets back on offense, and okay. I mean, you can have that. That was right over. I think that was Mike Adams' head, who's played really well in this game, but instead just doesn't do anything right there. 2nd and 10. Trying to go to a screen pass, and screen passes, man, unless they're set up perfectly, And I mean perfectly. Linemen don't block shit. So he ends up getting nothing on that. 3rd and 12. We come back down. We play the running back. Luckily, we stop him short to make it at least 4th and 5. Does not decide to run. Actually catches me right there. And when he does that, he got me on the outside, man. I was actually going to help a user that side of the field because everything was flowing to that side. Instead, he kind of gets me on that play action because he had been running a couple times. And unfortunately, I just bit way too hard. He got the first down, but then he gets sacked on 1st and 10. 2nd and 17 from the 25-yard line. He gets smacked by Luke Kuechly. And somehow we don't fall on that. Dude, I ran directly to that ball, and Luke Kuechly just fell right over. I don't know what I need to do. That should have been a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. But right now, it doesn't matter. We just got to focus on getting this stop. And on 4th and 15, just throw it at me, man. Why the fuck not? Eric Reed, we come up with the user pick. That was easy, man. I mean, the guy had it, but if he would have bulleted it, he would have had a way higher chance of getting that pass completed. Instead, he just lobs it up, and I'm not sure if it was overthrown, but there was no fucking chance he was going to catch that one, man. So the guy's last chance to stay in this game, really. 30-16, he ends up blowing it. 1 minute and 52 seconds left. We're still pass happy, man. You know, I was just having fun with this team. We end up taking another shot to DJ Moore. Of course, he comes down with it because he's a fucking beast. It's 1st and 10. We find Christian McCaffrey. I think McCaffrey had over 100 rushing yards and then added 70 receiving yards on top of it. So a hell of a game for him, and Jarius Wright gets in on the action and gets himself a receiving touchdown. I'm pretty sure that's Jarius Wright. I hope I'm right about that name. I'm pretty sure I am. But he does end up extending the lead to 37-16 with 24 seconds left. We did have chew clock on, so I really had no problem. If we didn't get in, you know, we would just run the rest of the clock out, as he ends up just to add insult to injury, just getting destroyed on the kickoff, man. But with 16 seconds left, the score is just, you know, obviously insurmountable at this point. The guy gets sacked, and then with 1 second left, he gets the play off. Instead of going deep, I don't know why he didn't go deep, but he went over the middle instead of going deep. I don't know why he wouldn't just chuck it up one last time, but instead he just kind of throws a measly pass over the middle that gets broken up. So we do end up getting the win with the Carolina Panthers, man. Gotta say, I had a lot of fun playing with this team. Definitely surprised me. You know, I don't know why it surprised me. Like, it makes sense. Speedy receivers, a fast quarterback that has a cannon, and then you have a dual threat running back like Christian McCaffrey that can run the ball like a beast with all of his juke moves and spin moves and all that type of stuff. And then, of course, he has high catching as well and pretty much can catch anything like a wide receiver can most of the time anyway. I mean, every time I threw to him in this game, he made the catch, it seemed like. So, a hell of a game just for the Panthers in general. I really like this team. I probably will play with them again if I end up getting through. Well, I'm trying to play with every single team. So, we'll see if I end up, you know, going back to the Panthers at some point. But I enjoyed playing it. Rad. I hope you're happy. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to look out for the next one. And as always, I'm out. Peace.